Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video. It is the year 2367 and the PlayStation Network, along with our Federation, is still at war with the hierarchy of Bok. We have taken over the 5 Bok systems that are in a line in the northern part of their space near our borders, but there are still some planets we can occupy. But before we get to that, we need to improve our alloy production. So I'm going to upgrade a bunch of alloy foundries into alloy mega forges. I'm going to do this on several planets. I also had a little bit of unemployment to take care of right here, but I don't think we need to look at all of that resettlement gameplay every time it happens, so I'll just tell you it happened, and there you go. So now back to the war. We just recently occupied a planet in the Gomisa system. I think that would be how you would pronounce that system. So we're going to move our fleet and our transport fleet over to, what is that, Quanaga? We're going to go up and bombard that planet with our fleet, and then prepare to invade and occupy this planet over here. The Bok fleets appear to be exclusively going to the south and fighting with the Kelzin, so I really haven't had to deal much with Bok ships. Meanwhile, our other fleet over here on the right side of the map is going to go down and attack this Bok station. This fleet has 85 corvettes at this point.
Construction complete.
And I think we'll be losing a few here, but this station should really pose not that big of a problem for us. In the middle of that, our deal to import exotic gases ran out, so I'm going to keep that going with the cheapest option. And then we'll get back to this battle. And it looks like we lost 3 corvettes. No big deal. I thought I did this in an earlier video, but I guess I didn't do it correctly. So I'm going to do this again and claim a few extra systems here from the Bok. I think I didn't finalize. I think I didn't press L3 to confirm when I did it the first time. So now it's confirmed. Meanwhile, our other fleet over here on the left side of the map has been bombarding this planet, and I think we're about ready to go ahead and invade and occupy. So let's get to it. There go our landing ships. You can probably barely see them.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
And there's a short battle. I wish there would be some sort of battle graphics for this, but oh well.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
We have achieved all objectives. So now we'll take that fleet, and we'll just call them the left fleet from now on, because they're over here on the left side of the map. We will move them over and have them bombard this planet. They can soften up the defenses before our troops land and occupy the planet. I got a little confused here. I thought maybe I had landed some more of my armies on the planet, but we just have one occupation army there, so we can move our transport fleet over into orbit and they can prepare to invade. Meanwhile, on the right side, the right fleet is preparing to attack a very insignificant space station. This should be no problem whatsoever.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
And why not? Since that went so well, let's just go ahead and do the same over here. Another very small space station, and again, it will be no problem for our fleet of corvettes. The fleet is being reinforced as they push forward and attack.
Technological acquisition successful.
You can see some of our replacement corvettes following along. And now I'm going to move the whole fleet back over here. Meanwhile, the left fleet has been bombarding this planet, and I think we're just about ready to go ahead and invade. This should be a little bit more of a battle on the ground.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
There we go. I wish there were some good battle graphics for this. That would be cool. But either way, we are winning. And once again,
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
we have occupied another planet. So now we will take that left fleet and move them down here. And I don't believe there is a planet to invade in that system, so we're just going to take our transport fleet and we'll let them hang out near the space station in this other system. Meanwhile, the right fleet will push forward to another choke point, another small station, another stupidly easy battle. Looks like we're up to 87 corvettes there. This is the left-hand fleet again, pushing forward, finally arriving in that other system. And they have taken over that system. Now we will push forward with the left fleet to a more challenging station, but this system also has a planet in it that we can bombard and eventually occupy. The Kelzin have not been very aggressive down in their space, and so the Bok have been
fleet assets engaged.
The Bok have been winning battles down in the Kelzin space. So we are having to be more aggressive to compensate for the Kelzin. And the Serene Cannabinoids don't seem to be doing much of anything in this war, even though they are technically part of our Federation. But that's okay. We like the cannabinoids.
Technological acquisition successful.
There's a good view of our battleship and our cruiser firing from a distance. So now that we have taken over that station, we can go over here and start bombarding this planet. soften up the defenses and get them ready for invasion. Here is the Kelzen space. You can see how the Bok have pushed forward. The Kelzen are not totally idle. It appears that they are having to retake their home system. This is their fleet, by the way. I don't know if I made that clear, but this is down in Kelzen space. The Bok had taken over their home system and even occupied their home planet. So now they're going to have to go bombard their own home planet and take it back from the Bok. I decided to go ahead and add a battleship and a cruiser and a destroyer to my fleet of corvettes. We've got 100 maximum corvettes for this fleet, and now we will add one battleship, one cruiser, and one destroyer. We have earned another tradition point. We are working on the synchronicity tree. We have the option to make our machine leaders less likely to suffer breakdowns, or we can increase ship build speed. Actually, I don't have the option to do that. I think I have to take the leader, the more durable leader option. Yeah, the ship build speed won't be available until we actually do this. And so, okay, so now we have more durable leaders. So that's good. And it appears we are about ready to invade this planet on the left side of the map. So we will bring our transports into the system and unleash them. Invade.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated. Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
It was another very, very quick battle. So that's over with. We have taken another planet. And I believe we have all of the planets in the space that we have claimed, except for the Bok home world. I think this is the Bok's home planet. So we are going to bombard this planet and then eventually occupy it. There goes our battleship. It's joining the fleet on the right side of the map. So now it is 100 corvettes, one battleship, and it looks like the cruiser is there, but not the destroyer, or maybe that's the destroyer and not the cruiser.
Construction complete.
I don't know. Still a pretty good fleet, and we will now bombard the Bok home world. I think they've been asking for this. They're getting what they deserve. I don't know, maybe not. But either way, here comes our troops to invade. And I'm not spending a lot of time softening up this planet, so this may be a decent battle on the ground.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
But no, it's going pretty quickly in our favor, just like the other ones did. We are taking the Bok home world. It's a great day for the PlayStation Network.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
And there we go. So the Bok are now at 100% war exhaustion, so that's good. We are reinforcing our fleets. letting them hold a few choke points. Meanwhile, back in Kelzin space, they appear to still be trying to retake their home system. So we definitely wish them well, wish them luck. And at the very least, they are destroying Bok fleets. So like I said, up until now, the Bok fleets have been going to fight the Kelzin, but I think it's about at this point where they start at least trying to take back some of the space that I have taken. So they start sending a few ships our way, I think. But in the meantime, our 10-year deals with the curators and the artisans have run out, so we're going to re-up on those. We get research and unity out of those deals, so I always renew them. In the meantime, we have earned another tradition point, and we can now close out the synchronicity tree. This last option will increase our ship build speed and also ship fire rate, as long as our ships are within our borders. So we closed out the tree, which means we get another ascension perk. We've got a bunch of options here. We can increase our sensor range, unlock a raiding bombardment stance, decrease terraforming cost, increase damage to fallen empires, awakened empires, and gate builders by 33%. That's pretty big. Increase starbase damage, starbase hull points, defense platform damage, and also the number of defense platforms we can build, which is nice. We can increase our starbase capacity, increase edict duration, our leader level cap. We can terraform a machine world, which is intriguing because we are machines. So I'm intrigued by that option. I'll have to think about that. You get some good resource output gains. We could unlock a space habitat, and we could decrease subject integration costs. So several of these are kind of intriguing to me. But I think what I ended up going for was the increased damage to fallen empires, awakened empires, and gate builders. So hopefully that's not a mistake. If you've been watching these series of mine, you know that just about every move I make might be a mistake.
Technological acquisition successful.
But here we go, the Bok.
Hostile fleet assets engaged.
They were trying to fly through this system. They were trying to go somewhere else, but they came close enough to my fleet that they were detected automatically. And we will make relatively short work of the Bok. The Derp Covenant has become more outwardly militaristic because of a faction that has gained support in their society. The Derp Covenant has broken off their commercial pact with the Kelzin. Not surprising, really. And here they are. The Bok once again are trying to sneak a fleet through this system. But my fleet is just sitting here waiting. And they will pay the price. The Bok Bok will pay as my fleet destroys them and gets reinforced at the same time. Once again, our exotic gas import deal has run out, so we will renew that. And here's another Bok Bok fleet trying to sneak through. No such luck, Bok Bok.
Technological acquisition successful.
You may be having an easy time with the Kelzen, but the PlayStation Network is tired of you. And here they go again. They're persistent. I'll give them that. But this has got to be really giving their economy a hard time. And I decided to move my fleet up and take out another system here. This wasn't exactly a mistake, but it did have some consequences when I did this. I was thinking about the Bok Bok economy, and I thought maybe I can keep them from building more ships quite as fast.
Hostile stationary asset engaged.
You can see their construction ships and their science ship and some troop transports are kind of panicking over there on the other side of the star system. As we destroy, well, we don't destroy it, but we take over this star base. But because we left our choke point over there on the right side of the map, a Bok Bok fleet managed to slip through back to their home system.
Technological acquisition successful.
But it's just a tiny little fleet here. And oddly enough, they just fly to the planet. They don't bombard it or anything. Shortly after that, a colony ship shows up. They're not bombarding the planet, so we're still occupying the planet. They have some troop transports there, but they're not landing them. And the colony ship is just going into orbit. And eventually our fleet shows up, which of course is not good news for the Bok Bok. So we will send the right-hand fleet back to this choke point to hang out. And our Federation actually did reach 100% war exhaustion, but it was too late. The Bok Bok had been at 100% for too long, and so the war is now over. We gained some space. I was hoping we'd be able to wipe out the Bok Bok, but the Kelzen and the cannabinoids didn't do quite as much as I hoped they would on their side of the map. But that's okay. We won. We got some space. We gained some planets, but that also kind of impacted the economy, and so now we have a deficit in our energy income and our food income. So we're going to have to do something about that at the beginning of the next video. But for now, the war is over. We are victorious. We'll pick it up here next time. But as always, thanks very much for watching.